What is going on, everybody? I'm hoping y'all are having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be explaining the ORB strategy. That is the opening range breakout strategy. I'm going to give you a definition first, and then we're going to hop into the TraderBait charts to show you on the NASDAQ how this strategy works and what you should be looking for. So I'm going to get my face out the way so we can have the whole screen. Alright, so we have the opening range breakout. The ORB strategy is a powerful trading approach used by stock and forex traders to capitalize on early market volatility. By identifying key price levels within the first minutes of a trading session, traders can anticipate potential breakouts and ride strong strengths. The opening range breakout strategy is a simple yet powerful approach for traders to capitalize on early momentum and breakouts that occur during the dynamic period of a trading session. Let's go right into this article real quick. Alright. In financial markets, the opening and closing times are not the same as the result of the rest of the day. Trading volume and volatility are higher, and the markets tend to trend during these short periods of day. So basically, you can capitalize off the first couple of minutes when the market opens. So what I have here in the circle, this is the New York session opening of the NASDAQ. Now this will work with the ES, it'll work with the Dow, it'll work with pretty much any instrument. So right now, these are the 5-minute candles. You could also use 15-minute candles, but for this demonstration, when you use a 5-minute candlestick. So right here is our 8:30 candlestick, Central Time. That's going to be 9:30 Eastern. So I have the upper portion of this candle and the lower portion of this candle. So what we're looking for is basically just a break above or break below this level here of this 5-minute candle, a break below it, and then a retest. So once you get the retest, this is when you are going to want to hop in short. You could have either hopped in short on this candle or this candle. Now for me personally, I like to get 10 to 20 points off of this type of strategy, which is very, very easily. So here we go. We have the opening 8:30, candle closed. This one played on the line. I wouldn't have touched it. This one played on the line. I would not have touched it. This one finally broke down. We had a couple candles. Now this candle touched it. I probably would have hopped into the position right here at the price of 20,111.95. So from here, I'm looking for 10 points. So my take profit is going to be 01.95, which you can see is doable right here. So from my entry, or even if I would have caught it within this candlestick, my 10 points would have been validated. Or let's say if I was going for 20 points, here's 10 points, and then here is 20 points right here. So I would have caught my 20 points and I would have been done trading for the day. But we can also see it falls back down. It retests the bottom of this 5-minute candlestick and it continues to fall. Alright, that's one day example. Now let's go to another example. I also have circled off on the charts here. Alright. Here is Monday. Well, no, I believe this would be a Friday. Alright, so this candlestick here, 8:30, New York session opens. We have a break of the high, but it doesn't go nowhere, so I would not touch it. We have candles playing within here. It breaks the low of this candle. Well, this candle breaks it really low, but there's no candles that are by it. There's no candles that break completely below the line. So nothing here. This one breaks it, but doesn't close above it. Doesn't close above it. Now at this point, once I see this strong downwards trend, even though we don't necessarily have a break below it and then a retest, this is a strong indication that we are going to fall. So I probably would have hopped in anywhere in here and caught my 10 to 20 points fall. Now every day you're not going to have a retest, because just it depends on market conditions. Is there news going on? You know, what's going on this day? So sometimes you're not going to have that break below then a retest. So you kind of have to just play it by ear. So if you would have took a short, you would have capitalized off of this strategy. Excuse me. Excuse me again, I'm sorry. My allergies are killing me. Alright, here's another example. We have a huge 5-minute candle. I have the upper and the lower marked off. We have a fall below. We have a candle that closed below it. We have the retest. Well, the retest is slightly in it, but it's still fairly validated. Comes up, retests a little bit of it, and then it breaks. So if you were to take this trade here, if you would have held from 801 to 849, now granted with one full position, that would be a lot of drawdown, but you can also use your exponential moving averages as a guide. So you can see my 21 period EMA is suppressing the price. So we have a break, we have the retest. So this is where you would want to get in at, let's just say you did get in at the price of, what is this, 2805, and you short for 10 points. Like I said, I do 10 to 20 points. 805 all the way down to 795. That's my 10 points right there, guys. And then if you wanted to take 20 points, you would have your 20 points there. Or if you follow this whole candle down, you would actually, this would be a 30-point candle. And then we have another retest here, and then another fall, but then eventually it breaks above it. So those are 3 decent examples of how the ORB strategy works. Now let's go to one more which I don't have circled. So we can go to the prior day of this, which is going to be 8:30 in the morning for me, which is somewhere around here. Alright. Here we are. Let's get my drawing tool out. 8:20, 8:45, 8:30. Alright, so we have this candle here, the bottom of that, and the top of this one. Alright, so this would be a really good example. Alright, 8:30 it opens, comes up, doesn't break through it, follow down, hits here, doesn't break through it, breaks above it. We have the retest here. We had this candle that closed pretty much above, the body closed above the lines. You would hop into a long position on this candle, opened up here at 9:30, at the price of 19,930. If you hopped in long, you would get your 10 points on this candle, and then if you were to hold, you would get 20 points here, and if you were to still hold, you would get your 30 points here. So from here to here, you would get 30-point move. Just depends on your trading. Me, like I said, personally, I do 10 to 20 points is what I like. Let's go do another example of another New York session open. Alright, got my horizontal line. 8:30 is going to be right here. Alright. And let's draw the bottom of this candle here, which is our 8:30 candle. Alright. So here's our 8:30 candle. We have a price break above. This candle breaks above. So this is going to be a little tricky one. So this strategy probably wouldn't work on this time at this day, just because trading, nothing is 100%, right, guys? You're always going to have your strategy not work sometimes. No strategy is 100%. Let's just say you hopped in long, and I would normally to put like a 10 to 15 point stop loss on mine. So if you were to go long here, you would get stopped out, but just wait and see what happens. So it comes back down, we hit it, we get the candle that closed below it, and once again you would get tricked out again right here. You would think, okay, well, we're going to go short, and then lo and behold, it actually goes up. So this will be one day that the orb actually didn't work. So let's go find one more. For instance, let's keep going. Like I said, guys, every strategy is not going to be 100%. There's just going to have times where your strategy, even though it works a lot of times, it's going to fail eventually. But don't get discouraged, because most of the times these strategies do work, y'all. Alright, here's an 8:30 candle. Got the upper, got the lower. Alright, 8:30, we have a slight break of the high. This candle hits the low and the high. This candle here does kind of wick up. So if you would wait for the price to come back down, it came back actually 50% of this opening range. So, but you can also see that our exponentials, my 21 and my 50, held above it. So that would be a good sign for me to go long. So let's just say if I did hop in long on this candle at the price of 20,032, I would take it. There's 10 points there. There's 20 points there, and of course you can, trail your profit if you'd like. I do that sometimes, where if it goes in my favor, instead of putting a take profit somewhere up here, I would put a take profit in the middle of the price and my entry and just ride it, instead of closing it out. Because if you ride the price with a trailer, you can catch more of the play, guys. Well, there you go. That is the opening range breakout strategy, guys. Like I said, it's not going to be 100% proof. Every now and then the market does throw curveballs, and your strategy will be put to shame. But don't be worried, because nothing's 100% in the day trading sector, guys. Well, hope y'all have a great day, and if you found any value in this video, man, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the algorithms tremendously, and I appreciate it very much, guys. And I will see y'all next time for another video. Peace.